Hey everyone, this video is going to be a little bit about some experimenting I'm doing with meditation. Um, I use what I think is like an upgraded version of meditation when I do it, and I'm kind of just trying to do more traditional meditation and then comparing the two, see which one's more efficient, more effective, because both work. I'm just trying to work out, you know, if I'm missing out on not doing traditional meditation. So I'm kind of balls deep in meditation at the moment. The reason why I use that terminology is because um, oftentimes meditation is explained in terms of juggling. So you're juggling. Now you don't follow each ball because you're going to get caught up and drop balls and you're just going to get overwhelmed. So juggling is really just detaching from following the balls and just being aware that they're balls you're juggling. Yeah. Now, I understand that, and that detachment is very important, because if you can't detach from your thoughts and you've got monkey mind, you can't be productive. It's very you become neurotic, or you're not good at business. You're not productive, or sport. You're not going to get into flow state. So I understand the detachment. Um, what my method is those balls. There's a reason why we're having the thought. We're believing something, especially if you have an emotion with it. If it's just a simple thought, I just delete my mind, which is like more advanced technique than having to spend 20 minutes trying not to do it. I just delete it. But let's say, for example, yesterday I was walking in the forest and I was doing a 20-minute meditation, a walking meditation. So I was focusing on the breath coming in through my nose and mouth and then going out through my nose and mouth. And so I'm doing that pretty fine, no thoughts. And then I have a thought come in that I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with one aspect of my life. And you feel the overwhelm, and it's not a nice thought. So I was going to just go, oh, there's overwhelm, and let it go, don't attach to it. But then I use my method. I go in, okay, what's the underlying truth, or the underlying weakness, which will show me the truth. So what it was actually a physical internal weakness. It was my fitness. So fitness is a hexagon of speed, strength, agility, coordination, flexibility, and endurance. And one of, I think it was endurance and speed. The two were weak. So there's a binary, yeah, strong or weak. You can feel it internally. That's your innate intelligence. This is your internal tech. So I found it, strengthened it, came back to thought it was gone, and it didn't come back. It's not come back. So I went back to focusing on my breathing, and that thought was gone. So I didn't need to distract myself from it anymore or detach from it. It was resolved. So my this is why I'm fascinated. I jump out of bed in the morning to study this stuff. It's a bit geeky, but that thought was like the oil light going on in my car. It was telling me that there was something that was bothering me that needed to be resolved. Now, if you don't, like, let's say the oil light goes off in my car, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to change the oil, and go and change it, then the oil light stops flashing. But if I don't know how to change the oil, it'll become a nuisance, flashing, and so you just distract yourself from it and just suppress it. Just, it's not important, but it's still coming up, but you're just not you're not attaching to it. So, I work with a lot of people who've done meditation for many, many years, and there are things that they're not resolving. This is my experience working with people. So I've resolved things for them. They're not resolving it with meditation. So again, the oil light. So an oil light flashed for me when I was meditating. Now the important thing was I was meditating. I was going internal and working with my operating system. I'm not distracting myself using alcohol or pleasure and everything. I'm just focusing on myself. So the oil light went off, which was this overwhelm, and I found what it was causing the oil light to flash, and I resolved it, and that's it. So then I go back and there's no thought, and then a thought comes up. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, so maybe if someone hasn't done it at all, they're going to have loads of thoughts, and they're not comfortable 100% with working with the operating system. But like everything, you have to learn. So we have this tech inside of us. It's amazing. It's not imaginary, because I've taught other people how to do this, and people pay a lot of money to work with me from all over the world to resolve things for them. So in fact, this meditation method, I meditate and connect with other people and find out what's making their thoughts come up, and then I teach them how to do it, and they can do it themselves. So I'm kind of in that space where I'm comparing the old and this sort of disruptive technology that I'm working with. And I know meditation, traditional meditation, is really effective, and I'm just trying to work out how effective, where is it limited, is it very dogmatic? Am I going to start talking about meditation needing an upgrade, and then people are like super dogmatic and don't want to hear that? Or are people going to be cool? Or maybe the two are just coexistent, they're different things. So I'm kind of working with that. I'm just really explaining where I'm just talking about what I'm working on at the moment. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any thoughts on that, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, and just that fitness weakness. Fitness is one of infinite things it could be, but it's amazing when your fitness goes, and that's the energy fitness inside of you, it can really affect your external ability to fit in. I remember working with a businessman who was like super overwhelmed with his business and like so many things going on, and his speed was weak. So what he was doing, he was trying to slow himself down. Everyone's like, you need to slow down. So you imagine being in Germany on the Autobahn, everyone's flying along at 130 miles an hour. There's no speed limit, and you're going really slowly. You're going to shake yourself. It's going to be really difficult to fit in. So when I speeded him up internally, because that was a weakness for him, he then looked at his reality and his situation. He felt much better about it. It's difficult to explain. You had to be there, but just switching on someone's internal speed really completely transformed his reality and his experience of life. So you kind of have to experience it, but it's very cool. So yeah, if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe. I'm going to be doing lots of these videos. I'm kind of bringing my work more into this internal tech and meditation methodology. It's where I'm really excited to be at the moment. Also being able to teach others that, or be able to, I do a lot of work on other people and getting other people to do that, because we've got this internal tech and no one knows about it, and everyone's walking around with their computers that they can't use, and they're not enjoying their mental experience. When we have this tech that's quite simple to use, and we can resolve the oil flashing lights quite quickly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and talk to you soon.